joining me today. For today's workout, we're going to be focusing on the arms and the abs. It's going to be a 30-minute class using the reformer and no small props, just the reformer and your body. So if you're ready, go ahead and get on your reformer and let's get started. We will load on a red spring and a blue spring. We're going to be doing supine arms first. So one red, one blue. Grab your straps and then let's lay on down. You want to scoot away from the blocks a little bit so that you're not jammed into them. So like a quarter of an inch away is good. Bring your arms straight to the ceiling. Establish that your hands are above your shoulder joints and then float the legs up to a tabletop position. So right away there's already some tension on the straps, on the springs, and that your lower back is flat. From here, taking an exhale, press the arms down to the carriage. Inhale to come back up towards the ceiling, stop your hands above your shoulders, and then exhale to press back down to the carriage, and an inhale to return back up. Let's do two more like that. Exhale, press, inhale, return, and again, exhale, press, and an inhale to return. Then let's add our chest lift and leg extension. So as you press your arms down, curling up, extend those legs out straight to about a 45-degree angle. Inhale to draw back to tabletop, lower the head. Exhale as you lift up, extend the legs out straight. Squeeze those inner thighs together, and an inhale to return. So we are moving nice and slow, making sure that we're not using momentum and giving those abs a little run for their money here. So they have to really work to help keep you lifted up when those legs are extended out straight. On the next one, go ahead and stay lifted, hold it here. Just the legs, lower a few inches and lift a few inches, just kind of teasing those abs. Meanwhile, those arms are still reaching forwards. Don't let your shoulders slam up into your ears. And then draw those legs back to tabletop, lower the head, and then we'll take tricep presses. Elbows bend and extend. They're about 2, maybe 3 inches off the carriage, but pretty much right next to your waist. And then we're going to start to advance this here as well. As you straighten your arms, curl up into your chest lift, but only extend one leg out straight. Little coordination. Inhale to come back down, both elbows and knees are bent. Exhale, curl up, extend the leg out straight. Inhale to return. Keep alternating each time you lift up, which leg extends out straight. Keep driving those lower vertebrae down into the carriage. Working in that nice imprint is super important here. 2 more. Next time, stay lifted, hold it, alternate the legs continuously. Meanwhile, your arms are reaching forwards, your chin is close to your chest, low back is flat. 5, 4, reach forward, 3, 2, 1, tabletop the legs, lower the head, flip the palms of the hands to face your hips. Inhale to open your arms to the side to create the letter T. Exhale to come back to the hips. Inhale, open to a letter T. Exhale, back to the hips. As the hands come to the hips, add your chest lift, reach those legs out straight, and an inhale to return. Exhale, lift up, extend. Inhale, return. Couple more. Scooping up all that space underneath those pecs, underneath those armpits. Nice open hand grip, long fingertips. Last 2. Last time, stay lifted, everything is straight, just the legs open and close, just about as wide as the foot bar is good. And then let's crisscross the legs over and under, a little bit on the quicker side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees in, lower the head, lift the arms, feet find the foot bar to guide your carriage in, and then we'll sit ourselves all the way up. You can ditch those straps on the floor for a moment. We'll adjust our spring setting down to 1 blue spring, and then let's make our way onto our knees facing the headrest. You can lower that headrest if you haven't had it up. Let's take a quick cat and cow stretch just to recenter our spine. The knees are against the blocks, the hands are on the frame. Taking an inhale, tilt your tail, lift your sternum for cow, draw your shoulder blades down your back. Exhale to round the spine, push the railings away, look towards your thighs. One more time, inhale, tilt your tail, lift your chest, draw the shoulders down the back, and exhale, round the spine, push the railings away, look towards your thighs. From here, lengthen your spine to neutral, walk your hands up the railings a decent amount, hang on tight, pull yourself up there so that your shoulders are above your wrists, and your hips are above your knees. So we're essentially in all fours with a lot of tension. From here, using your abdominals, start to pull those knees up and down to the wrist. Exhale, pull. Exhale, pull. You want to make sure that your shoulders are not in front of your wrist. They're directly on top of them. The shins are heavy, the collarbone is wide. Energy coming out of the spine, and it should be burning. Hang in there. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Allow the carriage to come in. You can set your hips to your heels, take a little child's pose, wiggle it out, and then we'll go ahead and grab both of our straps off of the ground. Make sure they're not tangled, and then we're going to hold up just above the silver clasp. I like to wedge the rope so that it is stuck between the thumb and the first finger, and then bring the arms flush in line with the legs. You should be able to extend your fingers straight down towards the carriage. Standing tall with a tight core, be very careful, it's easy to face plant, be careful here. You're gonna take an exhale to press the arms back. Inhale to stop the arms in line with the legs. Exhale, reach the arms back. Inhale to the side of the legs. Exhale back. Inhale to the legs, exhale back, inhale to the legs. That's it. So we are working and targeting those tricep muscles quite a bit here, but let's not forget all the underlying muscles that have to work so that we don't topple forward or lose our form. So our abs are engaged, our tush is engaged. On the next one, keep those arms back behind the line of the body where it burns. Hold it. Small pulses, moving from the shoulder, forward an inch, back an inch, teasing those triceps. 5, 4, slice through the air with those pinkies. 3, 2, and 1. Good, shake it out, breathe. Cross your straps, make a giant X, still holding on to the part just above the metal clasp. Wedge it if you can so that it's just between your thumb and first finger. Bend your elbows so they're next to your waist, and then flip the palms of your hands up to face the ceiling. From here, the forearms rotate externally. Inhale to come back in front of the elbow. Exhale, rotate the forearms away. Inhale to come back in front. Really, really good exercise here for the muscles that make up your rotator cuff. You should feel it all in the backs of the shoulders, that's where those are. And this is a great exercise for posture here as well, since we tend to be a little bit more hunched forward with tight pecs. This is gonna help to strengthen the backs of the shoulders so the pecs aren't always winning. Let's do a few more. Make sure you're still keeping your neck muscles nice and relaxed. Calm upper body. And on this next one, keep those arms rotated where it burns the backs of the shoulders the most. Notice if you're leaning backwards, stay right on top of yourself, shoulders above the knees, squeeze your tush, and then pulse those arms for 5. Woo, 4, it's gonna really burn. Less is more. 3, 2, and 1. Good, shake it out, breathe. Keep your ropes crossed. We've got bow and arrow next. So I'm gonna choke up just slightly higher than I was just holding, just a little bit higher on the ropes. Arms come forward, palms face down towards the ground. We're going to bend the right elbow, twist the upper body to the right. Inhale to come back to center. Let's keep going to the right. Exhale, twist. Notice the hand comes under the armpit by the chest and then comes back out in front of you. Exhale, rotate to the right. Inhale to come back to center. The left arm just stays right in front of you. Don't let it fall down or wander off to the side. We should feel the work in the back of our right shoulder. Still Still squeezing those glutes to help keep those hips stationary and staying forward. Don't lean back. Let's do 2 more. So much to think about. 1 more, and now we'll take it to the left. Exhale, twist through the ribs. Inhale to return to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Rotating the wrist of that left hand as you turn your spine. So palm faces you when your hand is under your armpit. Palm faces down when your arm's in front of you. We've got 3 more. Exhale, 2. And last one. Great job. Let's uncross those. Drop them back down. 1 more round of our knee pulls to get back into our abs and arms. Walk the hands up the frame a decent amount. Hang on tight. Pull yourself up there. Establish shoulders above the wrists where we're going to stay. Draw your shoulder blades away from your ears and simply move the knees up and down. Exhale to pull. Inhale to bring them out. Exhale, pull. Inhale, bring them out. Pressing the shin bones down nice and heavy. Triceps, lats, and abs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Allow the carriage to come in. Take a quick breath. Hips to heels. Breathe. Bring the hands back so that they're on the carriage. Scoot your knees back to accommodate. I like to bring the thumbs behind the shoulder blocks and then the other 8 fingers to the outsides of the blocks. Place 1 foot on the foot bar and press out. Get your grip back there, the ball of the foot. Core is tight, and then from here, carefully step all the way up. 2 feet come together on the foot bar into our high plank. Stay here and hold it. Looking towards the headrest. Nice long spine. Of course, if this is way too intense, you can always change your spring to a red. That would be a little bit more supportive. Try to hang in here with me. Let's start to gently press the carriage forward and then back to where it was. Forward, back to where it was. Forward, back to where it was. Several more. 3, 2, last time. Pull it back under, hold it. Soften your elbows a little bit, make sure they're not hyperextended. Breathe, and then carefully come down, 1 knee at a time to get down safely. Then we're gonna go ahead and walk our knees up towards the blocks so we can reach down. Then grab onto your front strap and turn sideways on your reformer for some kneeling arm work here. We're gonna be close to the front edge and then about 1 inch or 2 away from the blocks. Knees can be about 2 or 3 inches apart. Take the strap into your outside hand, so the one that's closest to the foot bar. Other hand comes onto the hip. From here, we take an exhale, lift the elbow to shoulder height, fully extend it all the way across to about as high as your ear. Bend the elbow and slide it back down. Exhale, lift, fully extend it across, bend, and slide it back down. You always want to feel that you have equal weight through your knees, that your alignment and your posture is undisturbed by the movement of your arm. You're also working just as hard on the way up, just as hard on the way down. No free rides. And if it's too heavy, you can do a white spring or a yellow spring, depending on the reformer you have at home. I'm still on that blue spring. I have not changed it since our supine arms. Let's do 2 more here. You should be feeling this in the back of your shoulder. Last time. All right, good. Now you're gonna take the strap into your hand that's closest to the headrest. You might need to scoot away from the blocks a little bit to accommodate so you get more range of motion without bottoming out in the springs. Extend the arms out to the side, palms facing forward. Exhale as you bring the arms forward in front of you. Fingertips can tap. Inhale to open it back out to the side. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale, open. So you want to feel that your arms are taking the longest route possible. So definitely don't just like move from your elbows here. Move from the shoulders, scooping up as much space as you can. On the next one, interlace the fingertips in front of you. From here, exhale, rotate using those abs towards the front corner of the foot bar, and then coming back to your neutral starting point, hands in front of the sternum. Exhale, rotate towards the front corner of the foot bar. Inhale, back to neutral. Back into those arms and those abs, the obliques twist. Woo. Couple more. If it's too hard, you can scoot closer to the blocks. 3. Definitely feeling it. 2. And 1 more. All right, nice job. Take the strap into your outside hand. Definitely come close to the blocks for this one, but try not to lean into them. So you're like maybe two centimeters off of them. We're gonna bend our elbow, bring it next to the waist, palm facing in, and we're gonna do a few external rotations of the forearm. Notice your hand never comes in front of your belly, and your elbow is not touching your waist. It is dangerously close, but it's not touching. It should burn after all this fun shoulder work we've been doing. Let's go for 3. Woo. If that range gets smaller, it's quite okay. 2. Last time. Great job. Keep that strap. Scoot all the way out, or at least almost all the way out towards the other end, towards the spring side. The strap is going to stay in the hand closest to the foot bar. We're going to separate the knees generously here to allow for a big side bend. Your free hand comes onto your shoulder block, and then your other arm lifts. Palm faces the ceiling. You can do an open hand grip or a closed grip, taking semi-4. Inhale to bend the elbow into a 90-degree angle. Exhale to re-extend it up. Inhale, bend the elbow. Exhale, re-extend it up. Squeeze your tush. Keep your pelvis pressed forward. Looking up towards the ceiling. Make sure you can see your elbow. It's not going behind you. Tricep city. Let's go for 3. Exhale, 2. Last one. Awesome work. Good. Bring that arm down. We're going to turn all the way around for the other side. So you can ditch that strap, grab your front one, and then be about maybe 2 inches off the blocks with those knees about 2 to 3 inches apart. Strap's going to go into your outside hand. Free hand comes to hip. And let's take Saturday Night Fever. So it's an exhale to lift the elbow up to shoulder height, fully extend it across to about as high as your ear. Bend the elbow and slowly bring it back down. Exhale, lift and extend. Inhale, slowly bring it back down. Notice that you have equal weight through your knees. You're not leaning towards the headrest. Feeling the muscles in the back of your working shoulder. 2 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Last time, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Take the strap into your hand closest to the headrest. You might need to scoot away from the blocks to get some more range of motion. Extend the arms long, and from here, exhale, bring the arms in front of you, fingertips tap together. Inhale, open it out to the side. Exhale to close. Inhale to open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Keeping equal weight through the knees. Keeping the spine nice and long. On the next one, we're going to interlace those fingertips in front of us. From here, exhale, rotate your upper body to the left. Inhale to come back to your starting point. Exhale towards the front corner of the foot bar. Exhale, twist. So you should really feel the oblique closest to the headrest. That's the one that's turning your spine. Good breathing. 3. Exhale, 2. And exhale, 1. All right, good job. Then you're going to scoot all the way towards, or almost all the way towards the blocks, taking the strap into the left or your outside hand, whichever arm you're doing, outside arm, taking our external rotation here. It's a tiny movement, not very big. Keeping your elbow close to your body without digging it into your waist. Less is more. Let's go for 3. I'm definitely struggling here. 2, one more. And then I didn't forget about semi-4. Let's do that too. Make sure you scoot out. Give yourself plenty of space. Move your knee more out towards the headrest to accommodate for this nice big side bend. Free hand comes onto the shoulder block. We bend sideways. Looking up towards the ceiling, make sure your elbow is not going behind you. When you do bend your elbow, your arm should create a 90-degree angle, and then we'll re-extend from there. Inhale to 90 degrees. Exhale, re-extend. At the same time, those hips are pressed forward. Your supporting shoulder is away from the ear. Let's go for 3, and 2, and 1. Excellent job. Let's go ahead and now grab both straps and make our way to seated, facing the headrest. Threading the legs through the headrest side by side, or if you would like or need to, you can cross the ankles as well if this is a tight squeeze. If you have shoulder blocks that come off, you can also completely take them off too if you'd like. And then we need about a hand distance of space behind our tush, so scoot forward enough so you're not going to roll off the back. Arms come forward in front of us, palms of the hands facing the ceiling. Activate the muscles in your legs. I like to point those toes, really squeeze the inner thighs together. And taking an inhale to grow taller, exhale with straight arms, roll down 1 vertebrae at a time so that your shoulders are about as high as your foot bar. From here, keeping your elbows lifted, we'll take little bicep curls. Exhale to curl the knuckles towards the shoulders. Inhales to return. Exhale to curl. Inhale to return. Now, this shouldn't feel incredibly heavy on the biceps. What it should feel heavy on is our abdominals. It is a lot of work for your core to work to stabilize your spine in this position. So hopefully you're noticing that. And then on the next one, I want you to stop your hand right on top of your elbow joint. So we have a 90-degree angle with our arms once again. And we're going to start to pulse the body up and down just a few inches, emphasizing rounding through that lumbar spine. At this moment, the carriage should not be moving. So little abdominal curls. 2 more. Now you're going to hold the C curve, hold the handles tight, open the elbows, the palms of the hands face forward. Close the elbows, the palms face you. Exhale, rotate the arms. Inhale, bring them back in front. Exhale, rotate the arms. Inhale, bring them back in front. Your carriage should move significantly. Keep reaching forwards out of your toes. 2 more. 1 more. Ending nicely, extend the arms forward in front of you. Roll yourself up and take a nice big forward fold over those legs and breathe. Rest. Okay, good. All right, our next one. Bring your arms straight out in front of you, palms facing, let's do palms facing in. From here, we're going to open the arms directly to the side to create a letter T, and then slowly bring them back in front of the shoulders. Exhale, open the arms to the side, letter T. Inhale, slowly back in front of the shoulders. We're sitting nice and tall on our sit bones. Nothing is changing except for our arms. So our ribs are not flaring, we're not arching our back weird. And the muscles in the backs of the shoulders should talk to you once again. Let's go for 3, and 2. Last one, I want you to hold it out there where it burns the most. Breathe, so you can slide your scapulas away from your ears. Press those arms back a little bit more, and rest. Nice job, shake it out. Keeping your straps. Bend your knees, place your feet onto the headrest, and then scooch your tush really close to your shoulder blocks. Let the carriage come in, and carefully, because there's nowhere for your head, lay down and lift your legs up to tabletop. Right away, we'll be in a little chest lift in this tabletop curled position. Hands come up to the outsides of our shins, and we're working in an imprint, don't forget that. And we're gonna take double leg stretch. Inhale, reach the arms and legs out in opposition. Exhale, circle the arms back to the shins. Inhale, reach up and out. Exhale, circle slowly around. Inhale, up and out. Exhale, circle slowly around. Couple more. Inhale, up. Exhale, circle. One more time. Out, hold. Legs lift and lower, teasing those abs. Keep your biceps in line with your ears. Keep your chin at your chest. Keep your lower back flat. And slowly circle the arms around, legs come to tabletop, and then roll yourself all the way up carefully. Nice job. Good. Let's go ahead and keep those, keeping those hand straps, and come onto your knees for kneeling arm work facing the foot bar. Make sure your straps don't get twisted. I personally like to do big toes together between the blocks with the knees a little bit wider than hip width. It's totally up to you. If you want to have them separated with the feet against each individual block, sometimes people like that. Your choice. Arms are going to come down by our sides, palms of the hands facing forward. Anchor your shoulders and find neutral with your pelvis. Exhale, lift the arms to shoulder height. Inhale to come back down, stop in line with the side of your leg. Exhale up to shoulder height. Inhale back down to the side of the leg. Exhale up. Inhale down. One more like that. Exhale up. Inhale down. Taking it into offering or variation of offering. We lift the arms. Open the arms. The palms of the hands still face the ceiling. Bring them back in front of you and then bring them all the way down. Exhale up to shoulder height. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, lower. Exhale, shoulder height. Inhale, open, resisting. Exhale, bring them back in front. Inhale, lower, two more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, open, palms face the ceiling. Lower, last time. Exhale, up. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, lower. Shake it out, breathe. Flip your grip so that now your palms face backwards, your knuckles face forward. Here we go. Take an exhale, lift the arms up to shoulder height. Inhale, back down to the side of the thigh. Don't let them go behind you. Exhale, shoulder height. Inhale, back down to the side of the thigh. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Two more. Exhale up. And inhale down. And one more. Exhale up. Hold. From here, shoulders should be on fire. Bend the elbows in. Notice they stop in line with the shoulders. Exhale forward for a bench press. Bend, elbows stop next to you. Don't let them go behind you. Exhale forward. Several more. Bend and press. Bend, press. One more. Bend, press, and lower those arms down. Excellent job. You can ditch those straps finally onto the floor. And then change your spring to one red spring. Take the blue spring off. Hold on to the foot bar and carefully stand up. Walk your heels to your shoulder rests and drop your chest heavily through your arms. Keeping your heels down, give the carriage a slight rock and roll, feeling that nice stretch down the backs of the legs. Breathing. Okay, now we're going to take this into what's called up stretch. We're going to lift the heels up high, scoot the feet back so that they touch the shoulder blocks. If you have tight hamstrings, bend your knees a little bit. If you can manage to keep them straight, that's awesome too. Shoulders are way back of the bar, and the first thing we're going to do is then come forward into a high plank. So there's 3 steps here. This is position number 1. We've got our shoulders above the bar, high plank. Elbows are soft. Then position number 2, you're going to slide out, out, out into a long plank. Then freeze your shoulders in space, breaking at the hips. You're going to pike the hips, pull the carriage all the way back into elephant for position number 3. 3 more times here. Inhale, shift forward, high plank. We'll go a little bit faster. Exhale, slide out for long plank. And then pike the hips up for elephant. Come all the way into the stopper. 2 more times. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, push out. Inhale, pike the hips, drop the head, draw the carriage in. 1 more time. Inhale, shift forward, high plank, shoulders above the bar. Exhale, push out, out, out. And then pike the hips, pull the carriage in, drop the head. Reversing it, you can take a breather if you need to. To reverse, you're gonna keep your shoulders where they are, push out, 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 lower the butt, lift the head, then from here, pull forward, shoulders come over the top of the bar, and then pike the hips into elephant, drop the chest through the arms. 3 more times. So where your shoulders are, they're gonna stay, push out with the legs, lower the pelvis, lift the head up, then from there, draw forward, shoulders over the bar, and then pike the hips into elephant, reset. 2 more times. Freeze your shoulders as you push out, long plank, lower the hips, lift the head. Pull forward over the top of the bar, and reset elephant. Last time, make it your best one. Press it out, lower the hips, lift the head, pull the shoulders forward over the bar, and then pike the hips into elephant. We'll plant the heels all the way down. You guys made it. Find an open hand grip if you feel secure to give your wrists a little breather. Then keeping those heels down, rock the carriage back and forth. Whew. Draw the carriage all the way in. Take your right hand, grab onto the outside of your left calf. Pull yourself under that left shoulder for a nice mid-back twist. Feel free to bend your knees, pedal out. Replace your right hand. Take your left hand, grab onto the outside of your right knee, pull yourself under, give yourself a little twist, a little rock, a little pedal. All right, then we'll place our hand back down onto the foot bar, place both knees down, big toes together, wide knees, take a child's pose, hips to heels. Slide it out here. Take an inhale, press through your heels of your hands, lift your chest, carriage can come in slightly like you're doing a little baby swan. Exhale, push back out, drop your chest heavy through your arms. Again, inhale, lift the chest, extend the spine. And exhale, lengthen away. Take both of your hands and crawl them over to the right corner of the foot bar. And then from there, kind of push your hips a little bit to the left so you feel a stretch through the left side of your rib cage into your lower back. Then taking your hands, crawl them over to the left side and then kind of push your hips a little bit to the right side. Separate the hands, draw the carriage in, keeping your hips to your heels. Then we're going to grab onto the shoulder blocks. The palms of the hands face forward, the thumbs face out to the side. Push your hips forward and gaze either forward or you can let your head go back if that's comfortable on your neck. Personally, I like to gaze forward. It might vary day to day though. You should feel a stretch through your quadriceps and through your arms and shoulders. Gently lower the hips back down, extend your right arm to the ceiling, push the hips forward and gaze down at your left arm, push, push, push. You could even bend your left elbow a little bit to get a little deeper if you want. And replace your hips to your heels, switch hands. Left arm comes up, push the hips forward, look down at your right hand, option to bend the right elbow to get a little deeper. And then replacing those hips onto those heels. And you are all done. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope your arms and your abs feel nice and toasty and strong. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe to the eye. I'll see you next time. Bye.